What's going on, YouTube? I wanted to do a video on the top 5 PlayStation Vita games that I am anticipating either at launch or near the launch date. Now, this is my, my personal rendition or whatever of games that I am anticipating. These are not, necessarily the top 5, the best games in the world. I'm not claiming that. These are the top 5 games that I am anticipating at launch. And with less than a month away, yes, sweet. I wanted to go ahead and get this out there. Um, for those of you who may not know or whatnot, and this is something you may be interested in, then maybe this could be a tad bit informative. Don't know, but anyway, let's get into it. These are not in any particular order, but the first anticipated game I am looking to get is Ruin, which is now called Warrior's Lair. So it's not called Ruin anymore, it's called Warrior's Lair. It is produced by Idle Minds and Sony Computer Entertainment San Diego. This game is actually supposed to be released at launch. Reason I say that is because it's one of the games that I pre-ordered and was told would be released at launch. So I did some checking up on the wiki site, and a lot of these games still say to be announced. So, but anyway, Ruin is basically an RPG which is multifaceted through the PS3 and the Vita, meaning you could save, resume, and play across both platforms. Say, for instance, you're on the bus on the way to work, on the way to school, and you're playing Ruin, and then oh crap, I'm at work. Pause it. You can pick it up when you get back home on the PlayStation 3 and right where you left off, because you can save it to the cloud and download it from the cloud and resume your gameplay from there. That in itself is awesome. Y'all, need to get on the ball and, make some more games like that. But I'm wondering what the price point basically will be for that. So far, I mean, it was cheap. I mean, as far as reserving it, and I'm assuming that, I don't know if that's just for the Vita version, but my understanding is, you may be able to purchase them separately. I don't know, but anyway, I don't know the logistics of that. But anyway, you can personalize your layer. You can broadcast your rare equipment, your victories, and things like that across various social outlets. As far as I know, this game utilizes the Near application and some aspects of 3G if you have that, or Wi-Fi depending on where you are located, to where if someone attacks your lair, you're going to get a notification basically saying, hey, you're being attacked, you need to do something about this. What are you going to do? You can attack them back. There are various different things that you can do in reference to that. So that is one game that I am anticipating, which is Warrior's Lair. Now, the second game that I am anticipating would have to be Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. That, of course, is produced by Capcom. That, too, should be available on the, I'm looking at the February 15th launch, because that's when I will get my Vita. Now, on the wiki, it basically said it would be available February 22nd. But that game I also reserved and was told that actually Ruin, I did not reserve Ruin. I want to take that back. Ruin is actually not going to be available until either March or April or something like that. But I did reserve Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and they did say that that game will be available at the February 15th launch. But anyway, the Vita features of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 are: you have online and local multiplayer, you have the touchscreen functionality, and it utilizes the Near application. There's a Heroes and Heralds mode, as well as a special Gold Herald skins replay mode. You have 12 new legends, which equals 48 characters in total and 50 with downloadable content. You also have 8 new stages and new modes, and there's also a spectator mode. Now, that in itself is awesome. I love the fact that they have a spectator mode because, sometimes you really just don't feel like actually playing. You want to see other people's skills. So it's kind of like you're standing over their shoulder and you're watching them play. That is cool. That is sweet. So that is one of the games that I am anticipating. Now, the third game that I will be anticipating will be Reality Fighters. Now, Reality Fighters is produced by Novorama. I really don't know how to pronounce that. But it's dealing with the augmented reality technology. It utilizes both front and rear cameras, and it immerses you and your surroundings into the battle. You can choose from several fighting styles, over 300 costume pieces, over 200 weapon types, and you can basically fight anywhere, virtual reality, anywhere. You can also use AR cards. I think I've seen them demonstrating using the Invisibles AR cards if you want a more fluid gameplay. But you can make your characters 50 feet tall depending on what structure you're standing on, top of a building or whatnot. So I think that's cool. And again, I love the aspect of you being able to play online. I'm all for games where you can meet new people, new and interesting people. I've met some very great people online and not so great people online, but it's really cool to be able to meet new people and to get your game on. Now, the fourth game that I am anticipating is called Unit 13. Unit 13 looks so sweet. And that game is by Zipper Interactive. And the title is actually from they got the title from the 13th card in the tarot deck, which means death. It's the death card. Now, this game, you have a team of elite operatives to select from. And I think there's like 6 of them. And then you can level each of your operatives up to a level of 10. And then they are all skilled in different stats. And then also there are 36 unique missions that range anywhere from 3 minutes to 30 minutes long. You have leaderboards. Like I said, it utilizes Near. They have daily challenges. So it's also, I think it's kind of like a PvP as well. And then, of course, it utilizes the twin stick, the dual sticks on the Vita. And it's a third-person shooter, of course. And there is 2-player co-op playability with this game. Now, the fifth game that I am anticipating, this video is almost 10 minutes long, oh Lord. But anyway, the fifth game that I'm anticipating is Lord of Apokolips. That is the fifth game. Now, that is produced by Square Enix, and several people have said that the game puts you in the mind of Monster Hunter and maybe a Phantasy Star Online or Phantasy Star Universe type thing. And you can level up your special moves as well as your weapons and your armor. There are mission ranks and there are quests that you can take. I am not for certain if this game is, if you can do co-op on this game. Not too sure about that. I didn't really hear too much about that, but I do know that you do have some in-game NPCs that team up with you to get quests and things like that done. So those are my top 5 games, guys. Let me know if you are anticipating the Vita, what games you plan on getting. As a recap, they are Ruin, which is now called Warrior's Lair. There's Lord of Apokolips, there's Reality Fighters, Unit 13, and Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Get in on the conversation, guys. Let me know what you're anticipating as far as the upcoming Vita release. If you plan on buying the Vita, if you don't plan on buying the Vita, whatever the case may be. All right, guys, take care.